in my consultation business, I spend a lot of time talking to my clients who would typically be other entrepreneurs like myself, some of them even more established. We spend a lot of time talking about the importance of being able to control your mindset in order for you to become a much better salesperson or even a much better entrepreneur. And for me, there are sort of 6 key things that I focus quite heavily on when I'm either training or coaching, or maybe just counseling or mentoring. And for me, I'm just going to tell you guys at a very high level some of those things. The first one for me is the acceptance that pain is the only way. So for whatever it is that you want to do, you want to build a business that is a really successful business, you have to go through a lot of painful shit. So you have to be willing to suffer for it. And the reason I say that is that I find that a lot of people, they have this common misconception that just because you have a beautiful idea and maybe you're quite smart, you can just take that idea to market and it's going to be really successful. But more often than not, that's not the case. You have to be willing to go through a lot of ups and downs. Secondly, I think you have to be very, very good at controlling your narrative. So if you're building a business, I hear a lot of people talking about building in stealth and whatnot. But when you're done building in stealth, you need to be able to communicate that business. You got to tell great stories about it, and not just the business, but yourself, your ambitions, the things that drive you, so that your audience are able to sort of connect with you on a more personal level. The third one is the power of your imagination. There's an old school saying that says, dream it, believe it, do it. And me, I totally agree with that. I think the most powerful tool that you would have as an entrepreneur is your imagination. You have to be willing to dream big, and of course then you need to have the heart to chase after those dreams. And for me, the fourth one is and I talk about this a lot actually, the willingness to elevate. So there's life at every level, right? And if you want to be the kind of person who's living it at what you might call the best level, because it's not one size fits all. Everybody has a different idea of what they think is success. But if you want to be above your station and you want to grow and you want to have a certain kind of lifestyle, just like understanding the need to suffer for it, you also have to have that heart, the willingness to elevate. And it's that willingness to elevate that keeps you focused and keeps you dedicated to your growth. And another thing I mean by that is, again, something that you will hear me talk about a lot is, for me, I think life is just a game of opportunity, right? And in order for you to play, in order for you to be like the main character, as people would say nowadays, you have to log in and you have to live a life that is intentional. So you're opting in and you're choosing to live your life in a certain way. And finally, never forget that resilience is key. Willingness to suffer, willingness to elevate yourself, all of those things are good, but you have to be willing to do those things consistently. And as an entrepreneur, one day I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a insight into my career and all the different things that I've done. And I can promise you, I've had a lot of failures, but in not giving up, in constantly wanting to elevate, and constantly being willing to go through the pain, I would say that I've managed to come out on the other side to have more or less the kind of life that I would like to have. And of course, I'm still driven, I'm still hungry, and I'm still looking to elevate, but resilience is absolutely key.